Okay, let's go over now the top five formations inside the game. What are the top five? Maybe there's top seven actually. These are the top formations right now that I would say that, okay, look, in theory, any formation could be meta this year because, with the role system and the in and out of possession, you can create these unique systems per se. So technically speaking, every formation has a use case, but there is a few standout. The first one to go is the 4-2-2. I mean, I'm in love with this formation. I mean, if it wasn't a fact that cams are so hard to get, this would be the best formation I think that I personally have used this year. I think it's more, especially these tactics here, it's more of a high level tactic. I feel like if you're like a rank 4, rank 3 player and you really want to push above, this is a formation that can really change it for you. If you're like a rank 2 player, you're going to love this. It's just that you have the CDMs, you got a back 3, but you got attacking front force. I think personally it's the best formation inside the game. A lot of the top tier pro players are also using the 4-2-2, and more recently now more and more actually using the 4-2-2. But I think it probably steps in at being probably one of the best. The next one we're going to go over is, let's say we put this in order, the 4-2-4 or the 4-4-2. Either one is completely fine. I personally prefer, so there's the holding variation and then there's the flat. So the holding is more defensive. This is like top 3 inside the game, very similar to the 4-2-2, except we don't have CDMs. And then you have the 4-2-4. Now, one of the reasons why I really like the 4-2-4 this year is because unlike the 4-4-2, you can put inside forward roaming. And if I put here, for example, the regular 4-4-2, I can't do that. So, and to be honest, like, do you want to get better at FC25? Now, before you skip ahead, what if I told you if you joined my FC school and you didn't get better after 1 month, I'll refund your money? I can say this because I've been running my FC school for many, many years and thousands of students join and even stay on. We go over complete in-depth gameplay tutorials showing you both the theory of something and the gameplay examples using real-life examples in a structured format that's like a course. The videos on a systematic learning system teaching you everything from the core mechanics, the basics to the meta so you can get better as a whole with explanations that go beyond the scope of my YouTube channel. FC School has already started with every single tactical layout, focuses, meta cards, and learn the meta before it even becomes the meta. So come join thousands of others in a mature audience community for those looking to get better at FC25, patreon.com/nilguides, or click the link down below. Now, when you join, we already have a library of hundreds of videos, more than my YouTube channel, in fact, with new videos on FC25 getting constantly added so you'll never run out of content. The biggest mistake people do is they spend thousands of dollars on FP points every year thinking this will make them better, but it won't. But now it's time for you to make that change. Don't forget, if you don't get better after 1 month, just send me a message and I'll refund your money. That's the Nil Guides guarantee. Links down below in the description, patreon.com/nilguides. If you're going to ask me, oh, what's the big difference between the 4-4-2 and the 4-2-4? There's literally none. So if you're asking me the 4-2-4, just a more attacking option with the left wing and right wings, but it also gives me the ability to make these players inside forward roaming. So if you want a more attacking formation, you don't want to put like a wide midfield on the left mid and right mid, the 4-4-2 goes in. I think every single pro player has something of a 4-4-2, maybe less seen second variation, but either a 4-4-2 flat, which is what probably 90% have, and then even a 4-2-4. Either one of those variations, both for like a all-out for the entire game, and also for a formation to use throughout the game as well. So it does give you that ability. I think that probably goes in as well. Then we go over here to the formation that I mentioned. So the 4-2-3-1 we'll come back to in a second. Actually, no, we'll go over it now. I think, look, the one that edges it above is, I think the 4-2-3-1, even the 4-4-1-1 is an argument. I think the 4-2-1-3 is a very, very good formation. I think it's very similar to the 4-2-3-1. The only difference, basically going across here, if you look here, you can see you got those cams, those wide cams. If you make those players half wingers, they play like wingers. So if I was to choose a formation, it would be the 4-2-3-1 narrow, and then that would be mixed with the 4. I'm just trying to think, what use case will I have? So the 4-2-3-1, I can put that again inside forward roaming. I'm trying to find it again. I can put the inside forward, just similar as the 4-2-4. I can put the inside forwards roaming. The formation basically is identical because you have two CDMs, you have a cam. The difference is these will be wide cams and these can be inside forwards. Either one of the two formations are good. I think even a 4-2-3-1, everyone's just sleeping on it. Let's say in a hypothetical world, if I could create a system where I don't have to worry about roles, everyone is in a correct role, I'll have a 4-2-2, a 4-2-4, and probably the 4-2-1-3 or the 4-2-3-1 because they're very identical. Maybe I'll lean more a bit towards this one over here, but that's what I would say. So either one of those two formations are very, very good. And then the 4-2-3 on wide is more of a defensive formation. Maybe I wouldn't put it in my top 7. Then we're going to go, since the setup is already messed up, let's go over here to the 5-2-1-2. I think there's a use case for both the 5 backs, by the way, here. There's a 5-2-1-2 and then the 5-3-2. Now, the 5-2-1-2, I like it. It's basically a 4-1-2-1-2 with a left back and right back going forward. Even after the patch, I still think it's very, very effective. The good thing is that the masses, they see the 5 backs have been nerfed and you don't see 5 backs as much. The downside is pros are still using 5 backs. So as time goes on, more and more of the masses will just follow along like sheep are going to be thinking the 5 back is back again. But yes, it's always been there. Ever since the nerf, it's been good. The only thing that I would say, look, 5-4, I'm not talking about a ratty formation. I'm never going to use that. The only thing that maybe I would say instead is not the 5-2-3. It's the 5-3-2 because you have a CDM. So if you want a more defensive variation of the 5-2-1-2, I'll go with a 5-3-2. But to be honest, the 5-2-1-2 is just exceptionally. It's just so good. Definitely one of the best AI movements with attacking wing backs for the left back and right back. That would definitely go in my top 7. So, you know, if I had to, it would be the 4-2-2, 4-2-1-3, 4-4-2, 5-2-1-2, and then the 4-2-3-1, 5-3-2, and 4-2-4. Now, formations, for example, like the 3-5-2, I feel like they're just not the same. I love the 3-5-2, but it's not the same. You know, when I use the 3-5-2, you're restricted on what you can do, because last year when you're defending, you can make this defend in a back 5. You can't. Okay, you can do wide midfielder defend, but you don't defend in a back 5. So like, it's a bit of a weird one. But if I had to rank the formations, although the 3-5-2, I love it. What I'm working on now, I'm actually using a streamer's David Obrega's tactics for his he's got a 4-1-2-1-2 second variation, I think, and he makes this into like a 3-5-2. But I'll have to get permission first to see if I can, like, you know, you could do something like this and make this into technically a 3-5-2, something like this. But I have to still do some testing in regards to that. But yeah, that is probably my best formation layout. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you want to see a ranking tier list of all the formation as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.